Okay guys, well I'm just going to do a bit of a resort tour just to go around Pop Century where we stayed, just to show you a few bits and bobs. I know we did it on our last series before last, but I'll do it again just to show you a few bits and bobs and go through a few key things for you, just in case you ever come to stay here or want to stay here. But as you come in, if you're driving, you'll come in on this way around here and you'll follow the road round to reception there. You can just park your car there while you get checked in until you know what block you're in, then you can go to the relevant car park that's nearest to your hotel. They're generally quite good in that they have people outside greeting you, so it's as if they know when guests are due, which is always nice. But yeah, you walk around through here. Obviously you can see down there, you know where the coloured pops are, they're your bus stops, so you can see the little blue signs. If I've got a photo one, I'll put it in here so you can see it. Little blue signs, and they're your coach drop-offs, you know, like for all the parks, so for Animal Kingdom, Disney Springs, everything like that. If I get a chance, I'll get you a little bit closer so you can take a look. But yeah, so this is the reception that you walk through. Just to the right of reception, you've got your luggage drop-off, so if you've got a late checkout, check out early, sorry, and your flight's not so late, you can leave your luggage with them. Did that last time actually, which is quite effective. So you go through the main reception, you're just doing some work on the right. And then you have people greeting you on the left generally, so there's not much of a queue normally when you're checking in.
Happy first visit.
A bit busier today, so it's quite a few people checking in, but maybe the rooms are not quite ready for them. But yeah, there's always plenty about, even later on in the day there's normally a few of them about. You see them in the yellow shirts to help you out, or you've got any questions, then they're quick to help you. So straight ahead here when you come in, you've got your shop to the left is the exit to the coaches. So I showed you before, that's just another way to get to the buses to take you to the different parks in Disney Springs. And then you've got the shop here, which has got some merch in. I won't go around the merch, you've seen enough videos of merch. It's got all your merch in. Another exit to the buses. This on the last video wasn't in place because it was getting rebuilt, so it's a lot newer. And then you've got these resort mugs, which I think we're called in the vlogs, but they're $22.99 for your entire stay, so you can just keep refilling and refilling. Then you've got your seating area, this is a new bit, and then you've got your mobile pickup. So on this section, when you do a mobile order, you'll get a message to say which block it's in, so you can see all these are numbered, so then you just come and collect the number that's on your mobile pickup, and it's got all your condiments there, everything else you need really. It's quite a quicker way of doing it. We did it once or twice I think we did it, so it's definitely worth doing. All your drinks machines, there's not a lot of choice: root beer, Fanta, Sprite, Coke, Diet Coke, Powerade. There's not an awful lot of choice, not like Universal. You've got your ice machine, you've got water and everything like that as well, napkins. There's a few of these, which is handy. So a few stations. You've also got hot drinks as well if you like them. And then I think we've probably showed you some of the menus, but you've got coffee, beer, cocktails, chocolate, sundaes and ice cream and things like that on that one there. And then you just go round. This one's your burgers, chicken strips, sandwiches, chili cheese, all beef foot long hot dogs, fries. That's a popular one. You do have more of your drinks cups. You've also got water, bottled drink, salads, ice creams, savoury goods, baked goods, cookies, muffins, etc. So yeah, and then This one you got your pasta. This is where we got the pizza from. This is where I got my garlic bread sticks from as well. Meatballs, pasta meatballs. You can zoom in and have a look at the options, and then finally you've got entrees, chicken, etc. Salmon, shrimp, red beans and rice. So yeah, and then obviously you pay at these stations here. And then I'll go back through the main entrance so I'm not confusing. You've got tomato sauce, etc. along here, but there's a lot more space in here than what there was when we came last time, because that wall's been taken down, so there's a little bit more space for everyone. I do find on the drinks machines sections, they do run out of ice quite quickly, similar to how they do in the parks as well at Universal. They do run out of ice quite quickly, and it is kind of messy. It's not really well maintained on there, but it's only a little complaint. Can't grumble really, but yeah, that's just shocking. That's back out to the coaches. So as I'm looking at the entrance there as which way we just came in. So left was to the coaches, and then if you turn right from the entrance, you've got on your right hand side, you've got a little arcade room in there. Nothing too exciting. I won't go too far in there, but we have to use that this time. Obviously some toilets, bathrooms, and then as soon as you come out, you hit the first pull, which is the Hippy Dippy pull. I think it's Yosemite's area on the Hippy Dippy pull. A couple of drinks places. Get your hair done, hair braiding, temporary tattoos and all that jazz. You've got, just here's just a map so it just shows you. So we're around here now. You can see that. So you can see we're not far from the main entrance. That's where you want your drink. So we'll go round to show you the pool briefly. You've got toilets next to all your pools. I'm not going to show you too much, but yeah, it's more of a kiddie pool, that one. Obviously there's a lot of people there, so I won't keep it too long. But in near each of the pools, I won't go into every one. They've got like a laundry place to do your laundry. So if it's empty, I'll go in, but if not, I'll wait for another one. It looks like some people are waiting. We've got your laundry you can do in there. Plenty of washing machines and drying machines. Like I said on the earlier vlog, table tennis. Got a few games around each of the pools actually. But like I said on the earlier vlog, the laundry was, for the detergent, it's £2, so you might be worth bringing your own tablet or something, capsule. And then for the use of the actual washing machine was £3.50. So the washing machine is £3.50 and the dryer is a £3.50 as well. Which is, it all depends on how many washes you're doing and how you do your washing. Obviously we had a whitewash, colour wash and a dark wash, which were all fine. And then we just had to do drying. We used 2 dryers twice, so that's 4 times. So it could come to, it was a bit of a do in the end. So this is the 50 section I think we're going into now. Lots of little bits of wildlife, lizards and squirrels you see running around. We've got lifts as well to higher floors, as well as the steps that are integrated into the buildings. And so this is 50s. So we've got a pool in the 50s, which is one we've used again. These ones tend to be the quieter pools, the ones that in the Hippy Dippy pool, which is more for the kids I think. But you've got the pool coming up, and then on your left you've got the Tramp from Lady and the Tramp. You'll see, get a good picture of him there, Lady and the Tramp. And then on the right hand side you've got the lady from Lady and the Tramp. And then you've also got just a little hut there. I don't think it does anything, that hut, to be fair. And then you've got the pool. So it's just over the top of that hedge Again, it's really warm today, so that's why it's busiest I've probably seen the pools, to be fair. But they're open till 10, so 10 a.m. to 10 p.m, so you can come on a night to have a look. So yeah, so this is the 50s. Like I say, everything's nicely well kept. Lifeguards are always on guard as well. There's at least 2 on the pools. I don't know how many's on the hippy dippy pool, but there's 2 on the quieter ones. You can see the room numbers. And again, you just use your card, or if you've got a magic band, you use a magic band to get in to the rooms. They're well secured. I'd say the walls are quite thin. We had a joining room in ours, so it's maybe why we could hear like next door quite a bit. I say quite a bit sometimes on the night, but nothing too much to grumble at. So yeah, so there's the other side of the pool, and again, I think this is the one with laundry in it as well. I think this is the laundry one, just double check. I think so. Yeah, so this one's got a laundry as well. People in there, but it's relatively straightforward to use as well. There's plenty of toilets about us. Massive. So this is the 50s. 50s, and obviously the car parks surround them, depending on where you're staying as to where you park. Really, you can park anywhere, you can park wherever you want, but obviously you want to park as close as you can to your room, really. And just go up here a little bit more. Go down there, go down here. There's a lake obviously on the far side, so as where this reception is, where you first come out on the furthest away, and that's where the lake is, and that is where you'll find the Skyliners as well. It's good. People put a lot of decorations into the windows, like Halloween decorations or Disney decorations. Just to spruce it up, and then the cleaners sometimes give awards, like a little rosette thing, if they like your display. That's the Skyliners that go to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, so it's really handy for this area. So this is the back end of the 50s. Little bits of facts. So yeah, so it's a nice lake. We haven't walked around it this time. We did last time, but we haven't this time. Just not at the time. There is supposedly wildlife in there: snakes, tail, alligators. Don't know how many. I haven't seen one while I've been here, but that's what the signs say. Nice little bowling balls, bowling pins at the end of the buildings as well. But yeah, not a bad day to be doing this, to be fair. Then you've got your yo-yos for the next, so they're all colour coded as well, so you know the 50s are all going to be the purple buildings, etc. So yes. Oh. There's plenty of directions everywhere as well, so I think 50s is the purple, 60s is the yellow building. The classic hall, as you can see on that sign, is where it was, the reception, where the check-in, the shop, where the entrance is to the coaches. But then, so the Skyliner is literally opposite pretty much opposite the entrance, so you'll just walk straight through the hippy dippy pole and you come to a bridge and then use the Skyliner. So Pop Century gets the use of it, as well as the Art of Animation, which is across the lake. So both get there. We've used it quite a bit. We haven't got like up silly early to get them, but I think it's runs from about 7:30 till about 10:30 at night. So it definitely makes a difference, because Hollywood Studios isn't far, and it's just it means you can get into Epcot the back way as well. So it's definitely worth doing. Anything else around here to tell you about? Keep walking. So that's the entrance. You would have seen on a couple of vlogs. I get a big queue first thing in the morning, but I suppose that's to be expected. You can get to other resorts as well, Riviera and Caribbean, if you want to have a look around. And a couple of other vlogs we have looked around a few other resorts just to see what they're like, but we haven't this time just because we've done so much really, so we've not had the chance. So again, it's a nice little walk around, and I will pause this until I get to the next bit of interest. Maid service, I forgot to say, is pretty much every other day I think it's set out at. So you check-in day, so you won't have it the following day, but then you'll have the day after. But if you're in and you don't want them there, there's a sign you can put on the door. And I think they do still try and come the following day, so they do try and make up for if you've missed anything, or because you've asked them not to come in that particular day. So they are good. Never had any issues apart from that first time where they said, do you want to do it? And we said no, alright. And then they asked again, and then we got a phone call asking. But that's the only time. There's no bother. They do a good job when they come in, to be fair. Can't fault it. These ones here, just in this corner, look like they're getting renovated. So they're getting updated. We stayed in that one over there last time, so that's getting updated as well. But I don't know what was wrong with it last time. It was absolutely fine when we stayed in it. Just where that goofy is in the distance, that is where you do that's a marshmallow pit. So they have the fire on, and you can cook your marshmallows on it with the Disney guys free, which is something else that kids can do. So there's still stuff to do on the resort as well as obviously the parks. But yeah. So this is 70s. This is what I think 70s is what we stayed in. So 70s. But again, you can see all these coming up. These are all being renovated, updated. I don't know specifically what's getting updated in the rooms, or whether it's just like a fresh lick of paint or change of furniture. But we have heard a bit of naughty sometimes when we've gone past these areas, but not much that it'd spoil your holiday or anything. But yeah, I can't see what it is they're actually doing. Maybe we'll know next time we come and if we stay in one of them. But yeah, so that's there, and then no, we didn't stay in the green one. This is where we stayed last time, the green one. Yeah, we did stay in the green one. Sorry, getting confused, because we're opposite the pink one, which I think is the 80s. So yeah, so in ours we had the table football, and then we've got the bike scooter thing, and I think on the other side is the big Mickey phone, We've got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head coming up. I'll just go on. I'll go through this way actually to show you the big ornaments down the middle. Ow! That was a bloody nut up down my head. Squirrels attacking. So yeah, this is in the middle of ours. So some have the pool. We've got the table football, the Mickey phone, and this skewer. Hi. So, table football. And there's the big Mickey. Big Mickey just up there. It's just about see him. Happy time. So there's the big Mickey telephone. I'll try and get it on the other end so you can see it a bit better. There's the scooter, just for a swizzle round. Scooter's that end. And then there's the big Mickey up there, in between the players. So it's always good to look at. And that's the big wheel, as it were. So again, we've sort of like done a full circle of sections straight ahead of us. This is the block that we stayed in, the green. So we stayed in this block. Again, car park there. There's a kids play park over there as well. And then there's a bit of a maze. They do have ice machines and drinks machines as well outside. You can't be bothered to walk all the way to reception to refill your cup. Obviously, like I say, there is lifts available on both floors as well. So yes. So that there's some of the decorations that people put up. Little things in the window. A few more. That was our room there. Room 130. That's the sign you can put on your door. Room occupied, and people will stay away. And then again, some more decorations. Nice ones. They're new actually, I haven't seen them yet. It just brightens it up a little bit and it's good for the kids. Nice little Rubik's Cube. So we just walk to the last pole. So that's the car park through there that we've used. That's the reception over there for the long way off. So happy days. Probably leaving in about an hour. Pac-Man. So yeah, so we're probably leaving just under an hour. Gotta go back to the car and get the hand luggage, which got a spare closing. But yeah, there's on this block. There's also like a toilet and shower room, so if we wanted to have a quick shower before we left, which we might do, we can jump across into that room, that building just across there, just see in front of the 90s section. So on this bit, you have got Roger Rabbit there. Get a bit closer so you can see. A bit closer. Roger Rabbit. sorry, not tipping it. There you go, you can see it just on like a barrel. And then this side you've got a Walkman. And then you just see Hayley laid there in the sun getting the final rays. But yeah, that's that pulse. This one's just a square one. I think it's supposed to be like a keyboard and then a screen. So I didn't know I was zoomed in all that time. So like you can see that's the keyboard, all the letters and etc. on. And then your screen is the water, I think, similar to the one that's on display just to the far side. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything really. Obviously floppy disks over there, and that's the laptop. And I think that's pretty much it really to show you. I don't think there's anything else to really go through. But definitely worth. I definitely recommend staying here. We don't have any issues. It's close to things. Bus service is relatively good. I think the only one is always tends to be Disney Springs pickup tends to be a bit slow, but other than that, it's absolutely fine. So I'm going to head to the car and pick up our suitcase. So we enjoyed the tour. So that's the resort tour done. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you got any comments, if you've stayed here before, let us know. What are your thoughts on the resort? Is this one the best value one, or have you stayed at another one where you feel it's better? And then if you like, then just subscribe as well. We are going to have some more videos similar to this, so we're going to put on videos, if we haven't already, of the hiring the car, because we know that people have done it loads and loads of times, we've watched it, but this is our first time, so we can tell you a little bit more about our experience with it being the first time that we've, one, hired the car, and two, drove in Florida ourselves. So we can give you a bit of an insight of what it's really like, and then obviously we'll give you some more feedback on the parks and bits and bobs to hopefully, if you ever come, get you lucky enough to come. Like I say, we're very lucky to be able to come, that you can not make the same mistakes as what we do. But yeah, that'll close the vlog off, so I will hopefully see you in the next one.